Have you noticed that your house might not be selling? Well, there's a good reason. At least we think there's a reason. And that's because of the shutdown. People are afraid of what's going to happen. They don't know. So anytime there's any kind of bug in the air, any kind of smoke, people smell smoke and they're like, hey, what the hell's going on? They tend not to buy houses or do major purchases. And that's what we're seeing. Over the last weekend, I had 0 people come through an open house. 2 days, and no open houses, or no show. Nobody showed up to the open house. On my other listing, I had 1 showing. And when you break it all down, it all comes down to fear. And people purchase with confidence of their market, confidence of their ability to have a job and make payments for the next 30 years or 50 years. I don't know if you heard that or not. But this article right here talks about 7% of Americans with monthly housing payments have missed a payment in the past 3 months, and 13% have been late on their payment. Also, another 17% are less likely, up from 8 months. This is the jump right here, rising from 14% to 28%. They're much less likely to make a major purchase. That means cars, houses, all that kind of stuff. The good news is if you're not fearful, this is a good time for you to take advantage of the market because there's houses out there that will sit. And we're going to go into the 12-county Bay Area sales report in a few minutes, but you'll see that houses are still selling, just not at the same clip that we saw before, even though inventory is back to where we want it. It's not exactly where we want it. We want it higher, but for the season that we're in, being at November, we're at a point where, it is what it is. So 21% of Americans are delaying a major purchase due to the shutdown. That means you're 1 out of 5 people, 1 out of 5 households are not buying a house that they were planning on buying. My sister does real estate here in Las Vegas. I'm in Las Vegas right now. And she just had a buyer back out. It's kind of a normal thing. That's why I don't work with buyers much. I mean, I do, but only if they're selling something, so they have to buy something. Half of the Americans say the shutdown has had a negative impact on their lives. Yeah. Okay. So if they're angry, they're probably going to do this survey and they're going to do this. I think that's not as exact. I think it's probably closer to 25, 30% of the true American household, because when they look at this, they don't really tell you how many people look at it. They probably surveyed 200 people. That's not a real good sample size. If you're going to do a big sample size of America, you have to do a wholehearted percentage, maybe 1 or 2% of the population. That's like 300,000. So, or 1 million people. So again, this article and the next one is in the blog. You can get links to the blog. I would say read it and take a look at it. I saw this and I thought it was just great because realtors have a love-hate relationship with new home buyers, new home salespeople, because they tend to be our best friend when times are tough, but when times are good, they forget about us and they screw with us. I sold a new house and they pushed me away and kept me from doing the right thing for my buyers, and they wound up getting screwed because of this new home company. New construction home is always seems more opulent, but then there's always a trade-off. My gut reaction to pretty much any site is you're going to get less property for that house, and it's newer, and you're going to pay a premium for it. So, and typically you're in an HOA, and how I feel about HOAs. New construction more affordable per square foot than resale. Existing home, right? Existing homes become more expensive because their value hasn't really attributed to it, and they've been getting hit on not disclosing the right fees, using fraudulent numbers to get you as a buyer approved, or take your business away from your broker, your loan broker. and all sorts of things. But inventory is going up, guys, and that means that they have way more margin to play with than an existing home, a resale home. And that's important for you to remember, because you can ask for a lot more when you do buy a new home versus a resale home, unless that resale home is in some sort of distress. And that distress could be, I need to move, family died, I'm in arrears, I haven't been making my payments, the bank's coming after my house, I need to sell it. There's a lot more of that coming. But right now, new home inventory is growing. It's going to stave off, because I know right now that a lot of new home builders are not starting new phases, even though they're projected to do so, because they need to get the inventory off their books that's been on the books for 30, 60, 90, 120 days. So that's what's happening right there. All right, enough of that. Cupertino House of the Week, East Estates Drive, not my listing, $3.2 million, 5-bedroom, 3-bath, $1,700. I'm 1,700 square feet. Must be Monday. Happy birthday to the Marine Corps, by the way. 250 years is no small feat. I'm proud to be part of that brotherhood. This one's been on market for 2 days. It's on Bollinger and Blaney, if you know that area. And let's take a quick look inside here. So what I see is inside here, it's updated with dated materials. The tile on the entry is a little old. The kitchen, well, the appliances look new. The counters are granite, which I love. But you can look here on this picture right here, and you can see that they're the oak style cabinets. Nothing wrong with it, but if you're asking a premium price, you better have a nice value to it. You have a nice tray ceiling in the master bedroom. The bathrooms are dated. Nothing wrong with it, by the way. They're just not new modern gray. These are 2000, 1990s to 2000s, maybe late 2000, early 2010. But these are dated upgrades here. Doesn't mean anything, because this house is probably going to sell. It's only been on market for 2 days. So it's Cupertino. Can't help it. People just go crazy in it. This is, what is this? Willow Glen House of the Week. It said it right there. Garfield Ave, brand new on market. Guys, this is a perfect opportunity for you to buy one of these properties right here and then tear it down and put a 5,000 square foot monstrosity on it and profit, right? We talk about these all the time. This is a great opportunity here. 1.65. I did one of these earlier this year in Willow Glen. I got 185. Market's contracted, so this one might take a bit to sell. It's been on market 70 days. I would have listed at 1.5 and got it sold quickly. But this is what people are doing. They're buying these properties, tearing down the old 100-year-old structure. It's a 2-bedroom, 1.5 bath, 1,100 square foot house. They're selling it as a single family house, but really what it is a quarter acre, about a quarter acre of land. And that's all you get. You get the same picture twice. So that's a great value. And it's right here. And here's the other thing too. You're closer to the freeway. You're on the north side of Willow Street. Most of the high-end homes are down here in this area right here. And this one really should have listed at maybe 1.3, 1.4, 1.5 to get it sold. It's cresting over close to 120 days on market right now. Sorry, 70 days. So cresting close to 90 days on market. That's 3 months. That's crazy. Luxury home of the week, Mandarin Way, not my listing, $24 million, 7 bedrooms, 7 full bath, 2 half baths, because why not? Because everybody loves scrubbing toilets on the weekends. 10,000 square foot home, built in 2014. I caught myself there. If you can afford $24 million, you're probably not scrubbing your own toilets. Yeah. Anyway, that's how the other half live. These are nice. This is a nice colonial country home. Everything's updated. Look, everything. See, this is the type of bathroom I'm talking about. Brand new, right? This is the grayish. It looks new, opulent. Love the wood floor, not the vinyl plank flooring. Don't get me wrong, for rentals, vinyl plank flooring, whatever that's called, is great. For your home, for normal wear and tear for your home and your feeling, spend the extra money and go either laminate. I don't even like the laminate. I would say like engineered wood or full wood if you're going to do it. Spend the money. It'll work out a lot better. This is nice too. Look at this. It has a workout room. It's a movie room. It has this looks like this is the basement, which is, man, I can't imagine how much wine you have to drink to have that. Nice laundry room. Everything a little out ADU. Guest house. Yeah, this is nice. I think this is a great buy. And it's in Atherton. This has been on market 4 days. So there you go. All right. Sales report, November 10th, week 46. We're on track to be closing 153 homes a week. And Santa Clara hit 152 homes this week. So we're below average technically, but on the straight line, we're exactly at average right now. We're not seeing any major downpour of housing. I mean, our sales are still strong in Santa Clara. However, in Blossom Valley, we only had 6 sales this last week, and we had 9 new listings. Right? Santa Clara got over $17 billion in sales, home sales so far this year, which is more than twice, almost twice of what San Mateo is, even though San Mateo is a more expensive market by 200,000. Crazy, right? Santa Clara is such a high volume county. It's just crazy, but that's why we have the most agents per capita in Santa Clara County. It's crazy. It's a very competitive market, but that's because we have that. And it's also, I'm not going to go into that. Compared to Santa Cruz, it's almost 1,200, 7,000 new sales or 7,000 sales year to date versus 1,200 in Santa Cruz. San Benito, 373 sales so far this year. I sold a house down there this year, and it took a while. It took a little bit of crafting. It took a little bit of arm wrestling to get that one done. So there you go. And in contract, Santa Clara County still hits at almost 7,300. And that means we had 123 homes go into contract this last week. Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. All right. Oh, that was a crazy weekend. I want to say congratulations to my niece. She did her second competition. She does the muscle thingy, fitness competition. And I saw all those guys that were like Olympians, the flexi guys. Very impressive. Love what they do. I love the effort. I appreciate the effort. Something I can't do. But to me, in my life, I feel like being 57, fitness and flexibilities in my 50s is paramount for my lifestyle to continue the way I like being. Less pain. You're going to have pain every day, especially when you get older. But I see people not exercising, not going out getting a vitamin D, not going out and walking. And I think that watching what these guys do, it really motivates me to get back out there and go for a walk. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm going to go take my dogs out for a walk. So happy Monday. Happy Marine Corps 250th birthday. I'm Vito with Abitano. Holy shit, I didn't even do it. Huh.